Is it normal for the authorities to release the identity of a suspect before the trial and verdict? Luigi Mangione. It's not uncommon for the identify of suspect to be known, especially in high-profile case. You can look up the name of for just about any suspect for any crime. The only restrictions depending on the local law are when the suspect is a minor, or when the sensitive nature of the accusations warrant anonymity, typically sexual offenses, to protect both the suspect, a victim, or witness. If all new agencies do is report that X is a suspect, there are no grounds for a lawsuit X. It is factually correct that X was suspected and arrested for a crime. There is a constitutional freedom of the press, and holding the press accountable for reporting on truth infringes on that right. Yes, in the US that is 100 normal. When you get arrested, your name and mugshot photo are published publicly. US courts are extremely transparent. The criminal complaints details about the charges are public. Most court sessions are open to the public, and many trials are broadcast on TV online. I'm pretty sure it's a requirement in the USA to publish the names of those arrested. The idea being the government couldn't just arrest you in the middle of the night and not tell anyone, effectively disappearing you. I sat in jail for a year and a half waiting to be tried for a crime that I was eventually found innocent of because I couldn't afford bail. I had a few newspaper articles that were written about me that were then circulated and shared between everyone I knew. By the time my trial came around, the damage had already been done in all of my old social circles. Everyone believes that I am a criminal and nobody will ever care afterwards what the verdict was. To my old friends and family, just the fact that I sat in jail at all meant that I must have been guilty of something. I lost my job, my residence, and more importantly a substantial part of my life. Didn't get a single apology, let alone any sort of compensation. The authorities don't give a shit. They looked good for their 15 seconds and that's all that matters. My life was ruined, and even now, nearly 4 years after the fact, I am still struggling to get back to where I was before it happened. So Luigi Mangione got arrested as a suspect for shooting and killing the CEO. Now the entire internet is going through his complete details, his social media accounts, his graduation speech, and whatnot. What if he's not the assassin? Is it right on the authorities' part to divulge his identity as the suspect in an ongoing investigation? If he is found innocent, is he eligible for compensation? Is it some conspiracy to distract everyone from something else? Yes, that's totally normal. He was charged, arrested, will be arraigned, that's public record. A conspiracy? Huh. It's a crime and a suspect. Happens every single day. In the United States, the laws generally state that the names of every person arrested or charged with a crime are public record. This was put into place to protect against government abuse. There are no secret arrests or secret prisons. Everyone can see, at any time, who the government is detaining, why they are detained, whether they have seen a judge yet, and how long they have been locked up. There are certainly some downsides to making it public, but historically, having that information in the public record has allowed media and legal organizations to uncover countless civil rights abuses and bring an end to some fairly horrible law enforcement practices. By law, courtrooms are also public, and for the same reason. Secret courts lend themselves to governments abusing their citizens. Yes, many times do we get news articles about someone being arrested for something before their trial. There wasn't a person in the US that didn't know O.J. Simpson had been arrested and was on trial for murder. Everyone knew that Trump was on trial. Everyone knew Harvey Weinstein was on trial, all before their verdicts were reached. Yes, it's normal for authorities to name persons of interest, and suspects being charged is considered newsworthy. This is one of those things where normal and ethical don't always coincide. This is a very publicly visible, high-profile crime, and the police want to be seen as competent and good at their jobs, given all the scrutiny. So they release a name, and who knows, maybe they are right? But even so, by the same token, being so highly publicized, it becomes monumentally difficult to have a jury who is truly impartial, with no prior knowledge of the suspect, crime, etc. Same goes for the judge. If the jury selection process goes as it should, some of the damage can be avoided. But again, the judge could be impacted, and jury selection isn't always a perfect process. You've never seen Crime Blotter? The news reports every day on who was recently arrested and why. If there's no reason they are entitled to name suppression, then yes. The internet going through Luigi's life is the exact reason why this practice sucks. If he's innocent, how does he get his reputation back? Spoiler, he doesn't. Once the mob decides you're guilty, good luck convincing them otherwise. Yes, it happens all the time. Just look at any report of a crime where a person was arrested. They usually announce the name of the person involved. On the TV, radio, internet, etc. the names are usually released unless they are a minor. They do this for just about every high-profile case. When there's a good possibility of copycats following it up, yeah, of course they are gonna panic to make a show to deter that as soon as possible, since, for all they know, they probably have a ton of people already planning out how to one-up him, and some of his fans are probably dumb enough to basically consider anyone with more money than them a valid target, so that's not exactly ideal. How many celebrities get dragged over the coals before going to trial, only to get found not guilty after the damage has already been done? In the USA, yes. I'm pretty sure this would be illegal in my home countries, since they are a suspect, no more. And even in the USA it is prosecutable, but good luck winning against the popo. If Luigi Mangione is cleared, compensation isn't guaranteed. He might get an oops, our bad, but good luck suing the system for ruining his life. The law isn't big on accountability when it screws up. Naming suspects prematurely is a dangerous game. It wrecks lives, fuels conspiracy theories, and distracts everyone from the real issue: why the CEO got shot in the first place. But hey, drama sells. Even if Luigi Mangione turns out to be innocent, the damage is done. People will forever associate his name with the crime. Meanwhile, the real assassin could be out there sipping a latte.